live, and we're looking that we're live. Yeah, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to the shit show, that is Intelligent Systems. No, it's Fire Emblem. It's all good. Cheers, everybody. It's Friday, goddamn night, and this will likely be a shorter stream. I say that now. Meanwhile, it'll probably be a 6-hour stream. No promises there, but it's a little bit of downtime. It's Friday, I just figured, it's, I don't want to watch a disappointing Spurs game again, to be honest with you. I have some money bet on it, but I like to sort of look away from that. And I said, you know what will distract me if I play a couple maps of Fire Emblem and call it a night. So, so we're only here probably for about an hour or two. But let's do a map and let's see what we can get into, right? So, yes, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's unpause the video, start, and let's do this. Chapter 19, The Last Hope. Now, I believe I said that I was going to play the skirmishes before doing Chapter 19, and that has not changed, so let's do some skirmishes. To start us off. Griever. Alright. First and foremost, let's check the map. This tells me things. Such as leaving Gilliam at home. And bring Garcia. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. It's one of these nights. Yeah, alright. We'll leave Gilliam at home for the sole purpose that we need to, and then we will check items. You are going to give the... you know what? The Vulnerary, and you'll take a torch. It said we were more than willing to save our skirmishes, so it's fine. No support. Well, Garcia and Ross have more support. Apparently not. Alright, whatever. Now we will check the map. Formation for everybody. Looks pretty solid to me. Send Garcia the same way we did last time. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's save and do it. And the worst that happens, as I said, it's skirmish, so we can reset it. It's no big deal. One of these days I'm not going to be popular, and it's going to show when I'm not interrupted by my phone all the time. Alright, let's do this. So first things first, you're going to go full on here, and you're going to go torch right there. Okay, now we got an idea. Okay, we also got an idea right here. Let's go. Alright. Killer Lance time. Alright, a good start. Oh, there is a monster right there. Well, good to know. Good to know. Might not have known that otherwise. Let's longbow his ass. There we go. Garrick, you can go the same way you did before because, you know, we love you. Go there. Erica, why don't you go right straight over to here and use the slim sword. Ross, you go right there and you hand axe a bitch. The fact that he didn't one-shot is still amazing to me. And spiders are being destroyed. Bam. Kill Lance broke. This is so sad. Now we're using our ultimate spear. Oh, but we actually got hit by the poison claw. Look at that. So now, out of all things, we are going to have to run back and get a restore. Funny how that works. Oh, you're going to bring it on. Yes, you are. But our slim sword says critical hit. Let's go. Sword Reaver. I suppose I should have checked that, but... Alright. A little bit of damage there, so we're gonna have to deal with that. But let's take Erica up here. Slim sword, though, missed rotten claw over here. They couldn't hurt me if they tried. Joshua has steel sword capabilities, so it's all good in that regard. Ross moves onwards. You are... Oh, I see. Okay. Garcia, you take care of this guy. Bam! Look at that crit. Look at how pretty that was. Amazing. Got a steel axe out of it too. Isn't that cool? Okay, now Ephraim, as cool as you are, you go right down here. You are going to staff, restore. Use the restore staff. That's what it's for, after all. And take Innes to go over to here, who will longbow this guy to death. Tana, we're just gonna have to take... Oh. Okay, hello. We're just gonna have to keep moving Garrick forward and hope that it's similar. Hades in here. Hey man, how you doing? And he says, Brooke's new backstory is just plot armor, so one of the strongest Holy Knights will have a weakness to exploit. I mean, realistically, the only reason that Gunko was so strong was because of Emu and Emu's bullshit regen shit, you know what I mean? Like, she's got a good devil fruit. So did Doflamingo, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's not really plot armor. She's in a wall of ice right now, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not seeing that one, my guy. Said, good, you look sleepy. I am. I'm exhausted, to be fair. But it was too early to go to bed, and I didn't want to have to think. Which is ironic, because I'm playing the chess game of gaming, you know, the game of chess. I'm playing Fire Emblem, you know, so. It's been a long week, and I'm always working, you know, on my feet. So you're right. I am tired. I am very tired. But I just wanted to chill. I wanted to game, you know. This is the current game I got on the go, and I was just like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go. With Joshua with a crit to kill. Let's go. Glad to hear you're doing well, though, man. Ross goes forward. Erica says, well, hello. Let's just use up the rapier. Staff. Torch. Right there. There we go. Now we might actually have something on the go here. Killer bow. Bang. Kills our demon problem. See, just move over there just really quick. I just want to make sure, yeah. Just wanted to make absolutely sure that they weren't in cahoots in some way. With the castles. Now the enemy phase happens, so a few spiders come out of nowhere to try to hurt me. They're gonna fail. Especially up against Ross, the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, another up against Garrick. Finally, Garrick gets some action. He said, and with that, we can't confirm Brooke. We can't confirm Brooke. Literally that weaker when he died physically. Yeah, he gained his Elford powers, but so what? That weaker? Oh, can? We can confirm that Brooke literally weaker when he died physically. I mean, as I already brought up in my personal review, that move, the silent slash or whatever it is actually, the citizens died due to that shit, like, you know? And once again, all he was doing, this does not remove the power scaling. We can get into this, but the fact of the matter is that Brooke only ever lost to Big Mom since Thriller Bark. Who did he lose to? He lost to a Warlord, who I would argue is stronger than any of the Mafia guys in the West Blue. A Warlord, Gecko Moria, is stronger. And then his next loss was to Big Mom, a Yonko. Who exactly did Brooke lose to? Ryuma, the greatest swordsman to ever live, a Warlord, and a Yonko. That's Brooke's total losses across the series. it's easy to say, like, oh my god, like, Brook's so weak, like, blah, 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 or, like, this makes no sense, but it's like, he never 1v1 lost against anybody. You know, you can say it's bad writing or bad, like, oh, well, why didn't Brook deal with Kuma, or why didn't Brook deal with Dofi, or why didn't Brook... But, yeah, this doesn't prove anything. It proves that he was able to take care of fodder, and he always has been able to, so I don't see the issue. Kane said also, in the new Boruto data book, it states that the fight with Naruto versus Jigen was super dimensional, meaning it was affecting multiple dimensions. Crazy. Who the fuck is Jigen? What the fuck is a Jigen? Alright, let us move forward. Oh, that's nice. There we go. We got rid of the spider at the top. And that gets rid of those problems. Okay, and now you get to go here. That gets rid of the Zambato. Okay. Joshua can go in the forest here and he can... Wabam! Caden said, let's not forget Gecko was literally on par with Kaido in their youth, but in his later years he got soft and was weak because he was scared and depressed. Exactly. Like, and even if you want to say he was one step below, Brook was defeated by a dude who fought Kaido. I mean, that's my point. You have Brook's L's in the series are literally one from every camp other than Admirals. It'd be like, you know, oh, he lost to Aokiji, so he's trash. It's like, that's a bad statement. He's one of the main villains in Boruto. Okay, well, Boruto doesn't count, so I don't give a fuck. Boruto doesn't count in any, like, it does not deserve my time nor my respect, so I sit back and say, yeah, well, whatever. Naruto's multi-dimensional. What, is that just a fucking thing to make it sound like it's better than Bleach? Which, by the way, no, it's not. We got rid of the Poison Claw. And then using the Brave Axe, which we don't want to use up too much of. Really need a stronger sword. We need a lot of swords in this game. Caden said, what's your opinion on Hunter x Hunter coming back? It's coming back? Well, I don't really have an opinion because I'm not a Hunter x Hunter fan. Right? So, I mean, personally, as most of this channel knows, and I believe, Caden, you know, I've always been of a piss poor opinion, and it is not the fault of the mangaka of Hunter x Hunter, who made one of the best Yu Yu Hakusho, who made a phenomenal, like, manga beforehand, that they were given special treatment. It's not their fault. It's not his fault. But it pisses me off that so many series, Toriko, Bleach, Beelzebub, Shogeki no Soma, so many different phenomenal series I think are better than Hunter x Hunter, aren't allowed to take a 6-month hiatus. They're not allowed to take a 2-month hiatus. And because if they do, they're axed. So they either finish their story due to health reasons, and they're not allowed to take a year break. Hunter x Hunter has always been allowed to be in constant hiatus for the last 20 years. And that bothers me. That bothers me a lot. So I have a bad taste in my mouth towards Hunter x Hunter as a result of the industry. And is that unfair towards Hunter x Hunter? Sure. Is it biased towards them? Absolutely. But it doesn't change that fact. I was never a Hunter x Hunter fan, and the fact that a story that I think is not as good as things like Bleach or Toriko get the axe because, God forbid, the mangaka is allowed to take a 3-month break, is allowed a vacation to check their health, and then pick up the story, be like, Bleach will be on hiatus for the next 6 months. They will return in September. They're not allowed to do that. But Hunter x Hunter is allowed to do that, not once, not twice, but for a decade. Over a decade, they're allowed to do that. That bothers the shit out of me. And so I've always had a bad opinion towards it. So if it's coming back, great for Hunter x Hunter fans. I will not be indulging. I don't give enough of a shit about the series. Caden said, we can agree to disagree on many things, but Naruto is definitely superior to Bleach. Fuck no! Naruto only became one of the big three due to the fucking influx of American culture. It is the weaker story. I recently reread Naruto, and while I think there are a lot of great characters and great storylines, the Pain arc is fantastic. You know, the Pain arc. The Chunin exams aren't as good as people say. I think everybody thinks that Gar Rock Lee thing, and then they say the Chunin exams are phenomenal. No, the Chunin exams are good. They're not great. Orochimaru, fantastic villain. The whole Seinen thing. The Chunin exams are still good. The Pain arc, as I said, is peak Naruto. But Bleach is superior on all levels. Main characters, better. Better written, better arcs, better villains, better art style, better action, better power system. Everything about Bleach is just superior in quality. Except for clothing design, but everything else, story development, Naruto has. No! Story development. Naruto goes from... Naruto and Luffy. I'm sorry. They're Ash. That's already been done. Ash Ketchum. What people don't like about Bleach is that it's an adult story and people don't like it. People can't get over their fucking 8-year-old dream. It's like, I want to be a Pokemon master. Luffy and Naruto are literally Ash Ketchum copies. That's all they are. I'm not saying that Luffy's not a good character. I'm not saying Naruto's not a good character. I'm saying, but Naruto is literally a hypocritical character. The whole hard work and all this bullshit, and he's the fucking golden child. He's Jesus Christ of Naruto-verse. That's bullshit. Yeah, like, all of his hard work is bullshit because he's just the son of God. That makes no fucking sense, you know? Like, so, unfortunately, the writing disagrees with you. The problem is that later Naruto writing destroys a lot of the character development and anything that makes Naruto's character, their narrative is trash. And when people say, oh, Bleach's ending was just as bad, no, it wasn't. It was rushed, but it wasn't as bad. And yeah, no, it's... I'm sorry, man, like, you and I are going to agree to disagree on that 1,000 for... I will never move on that. Bleach is one of the greatest mangas, period. Top 5 greatest mangas, period. Naruto doesn't even hit my top 20. Like, period. That's like just me. Like, not my personal, what's my favorite? I mean, narratively, after I've read something. I'm talking about just a narrative, not unbiased, but simply not my favorite list, but what I think are some of the greatest mangas. Bleach hits top 5. Naruto doesn't make top 20. It's influential as fuck because of the American fan base of little teenage boys, but yeah. I don't know, man. It's not my, like, and I read it twice. I literally read it for the sole purpose. I read Naruto for the sole purpose of trying to understand why people thought it was so great. I tried. I read it twice. No, 3 times. I read it initially solely to try to understand why people thought that this was the greatest manga of all time. And I was like, I don't get it. I understand it's great. And I would never say Naruto's not great. It is great. But it's not a masterpiece like people claim. Nowhere near a masterpiece. Toriko's better. Shokugeki no Soma's better. Seven Deadly Sins is better. Bleach is better. Shaman King is better. Yu Yu Hakusho is better. Dragon Ball Z is better. Inuyasha is better. Death Note is better. I could keep going. Like, I could go down the shonen list and list, like, yeah, it's not my thing, man. Kane said the reason why the creator of Hunter x Hunter can do that is because he made Yu Yu Hakusho. Yes, he did. And his wife created Sailor Moon. True. Background is too superior to new upcoming creators. I mean, yeah. And he said, where to make a remake? What do you mean to make a remake? I'm not sure about the last comment. But the first one, yeah, I understand that. And Sailor Moon being the OG shoujo. It makes a lot of sense, but that's my problem, is that the pedigree there counts for a lot, and that bothers me, because Hunter x Hunter, in my opinion, isn't that great. It's good, it's not great, and people think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. They treat it like One Piece loyalists. It's this masterpiece that can never be touched, you know, and it's just not. And people treat it like that. And honestly, Yu Yu Hakusho is his better work, always has been. I literally have been unable to get past Greed Island on 4 separate attempts. And not because I don't like Greed Island. A lot of people think like, oh no, you stopped at Greed Island. Yeah, Greed Island's not that great. And I'm like, no, I didn't stop because of Greed Island. I never got into Greed Island. I stopped because by the time I got to Greed Island, I was so disinterested in the worst main character I've ever read in my life, next to what's-her-name from the Hunger Games. So, Katniss, or whatever her name is. 2 of the worst main characters I've ever... Bella from Twilight is a better main character than fucking Gon. Like, that's how bad I think Gon is as a character. Terribly written. 100 chapters in, and he's this blank fucking slate of a character. He's the most boring fucking guy ever. You know, like, there's just so much to dislike about, you know. I think people look through Hunter x Hunter through those nostalgia glasses. I think everybody does that to a degree. I know I do. You know, looking through things with a nostalgic lenses. And I try not to fault people for that, but when they try to say, all your shit sucks and my shit is amazing, and their argument is whatever, you know, longevity, I'm like, Dragon Ball Z, beat. Next. Then they're like, oh, money making, I'm like, Pokemon. Next. You know, like, I can play this game too. I don't think Pokemon's the greatest anime of all time, but it does make the most money, period. Facts. I can say longevity and be like, well, Naruto's not in the Macy's Day Parade, but there's a Goku float. You know what I mean? Like we can play this game all day, but I love Dragon Ball Z. I love Pokemon. I don't think they're the greatest animes of all time because I have half a brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just Anyway, I think I went way too much on a tangent with that one. And that's not directed, once again, at, for people watching the VOD, and Caden knows this, that is not directed at him personally. He knows I just run off on tangents. I talk as someone who has dealt with many a Discord call, many an argument, many a heated debate over the internet for the last 20 years. And I hear the same old fucking arguments all the time. And it's just like, alright. Caden knows it's not a personal attack on him. You do know that, right, Caden? Jesus. He said, and I think the power system in Hunter x Hunter is needlessly complicated. It is. That's part of the reason I don't like it. I'm like, I need an encyclopedia to understand how this shit works. It's like JJK. People are like, oh, you don't understand. Like, they're Rick and Morty fans. People who like JJK and Hunter x Hunter are Rick and Morty fans. But they're Rick and Morty fans who are like, if you don't think this show is the greatest thing ever created, ever, period, of like, it's better than sex, it's better than food, it's better than booze, it's better than, you know, fucking Anne Hathaway, it's better than everybody, then you aren't smart enough to understand it. And I'm like, now I hate your system even more. You know, that's why I don't watch Rick and Morty. I did read JJK. It was overly necessary, overcomplicated, and a lot of plot holes that people are like, oh no, but you don't understand. Here's why. And they have to, if you have to write a paragraph to explain why something's not a plot hole, it's a fucking plot hole, bud. Like, I'm sorry. I don't need an essay to understand your workaround that is not explained in a manga, you know. And Hunter x Hunter does the same fucking thing. It's bullshit. It makes total sense that the creator, Gege of JJK, was inspired by Bleach and Hunter x Hunter, because it started off as Bleach, and it was awesome, and the longer he went more Hunter x Hunter with it, and it got worse. And I'm like, yeah, you started with greatness, and you moved to mediocrity. No wonder I don't like it. We'll give Ross the boss kill, why not? Through the skirmish. And he got a 4-point level. I mean, we love these level ups, so. We'll give Joshua this kill, because Mr. Berserker's gotten... we really got to limit how many yeah, we can kill him with just one hit of this, so let's do it. We have to limit our Berserker a little bit there, because we don't want him to be overpowered. Well, not overpowered, but just want to make sure he keeps moving forward. And we're into another skirmish. Let's go. You supply, give. Steel Lance, but please take a killing edge so you have something to actually attack with. 10 is fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, fine. Yeah, we'll keep the torch. You're fine, you're fine, fine, fine. Alright. Let's see, check the map. Yeah, we want the same idea as before. Okay, so formation, take you over here. And yeah. Alright, we'll torch it and we'll work on it. So potentially they have catapults and stuff, so alright, sounds good. Alright, so we'll save. See, this is what I love about Caden, ladies and gentlemen. He lets me go on like on a 10-minute tangent about like he's like, Naruto's better than Bleach, and I'm like, fuck no it's not, and here's why, and he's like, alright. Anyway, like that's why I love having Caden in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, because this man says, yeah, no, we're not going to debate this for the next 2 hours. You have your opinion, I have mine. I have other things I want your opinion on. Here you go. You know? That's why I love having Caden in the chat, man. He's always a fun time. He keeps things fresh and interesting. He doesn't beat a dead horse. See, my problem is, I don't let things go. I beat a dead horse for 25 minutes, and then everyone's like, shut the fuck up about Naruto. We know. We get it. You don't think it's good. You know? There we go. Get rid of that. Alright. Sorry about that. Caden said, I'm not going to lie to you, in Hunter x Hunter, it was creepy that they had a grown woman having feelings for the main character. I mean, see, when it's shoe on the other foot, it doesn't seem to matter as much, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's right in society. But yeah, it's always creepy one way or another, in my opinion, you know? Like Roshi in Dragon Ball. I love Master Roshi, but some of his scenes, I don't justify them. I'm just like, yeah, he's a creepy old man. You know, like, I don't excuse that behavior, if that makes sense. I sit there and I go, yeah, when he's not, sometimes he's not a very good person. You know, I don't know how else to describe it, so I agree with it, you know. The trick is to not excuse the behavior away. It's to say, yeah, no, this was not a good look. You know. Let's add a torch right here. Cool. Erica, you go forth. Caden said Garp should just took Luffy to Marineford and trained him as a soldier if you really wanted to be a Marine. See, you have to remember, Garp is also a member of the D clan. He values freedom, even though if he doesn't agree with it. As he said, many people misunderstand this. In Marineford, for example, when he's crying to Ace, why couldn't you just have been good Marines? He's lamenting the fact he's about to lose one of his grandsons. He doesn't ever say any time in the series that they made a wrong choice. Garp believes in freedom. That's why Garp remains a Vice Admiral. Garp as a character is actually much more complicated and much more gray. He and Ace, he went up and asked Ace. He said, what do you want me to do? And Ace knew in that moment it would be too selfish of him to say, because if he had looked at Garp and said, Grandpa, save me, Garp would have destroyed Marineford right then and there. But it would have been way too selfish of Ace. So Ace just realizes, I'm sorry, Grandpa. I'm sorry I let you down. More than anything, you got to remember that, is that Garp would have destroyed Marineford had Ace asked him. But Ace never asked him. Garp posed the question and Ace refused to answer. And it's the same with Luffy. It's the same idea. I'm going to tell you what I want you to do, but I'm not going to force you to do it. He didn't force Ace or Luffy to do anything. He told them what he wanted them to do, but he left it to their own devices at the end of the day. And he still raised great men in the long and short of it. So, you know. Caden also said, I reread OG Dragon Ball. Oh, OG Dragon Ball, goated. And says, I never realized how many times they showed Bulma's chest. Let's not forget she's 16. Yeah, well, 16 is the age of consent in Canada, so. I mean, you gotta remember, Japan's age of, here's the problem with that American attitude. Japan has a different view on A, sex, and B, age of consent. You don't have to agree with it, but you also don't have to read Japanese content. You can't judge Japanese content based on... It'd be like applying American driving law to Canadian drivers. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're comparing apples and oranges. So you don't have to like it, you don't have to read it, and you don't have to agree with it. But, you know... 16 is the age of consent in Japan. It's the age of consent in Canada. It's the age of consent of a lot of places in European countries in Asia. So, you know, it is what it is. And if you're raised in that society where it's like, oh yeah, once you enter high school, you're good to go, then you can think it's gross. You can be like, no, that's against my morals. I don't agree with it, but... And I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm just saying that that's just the way, you know, that works, I suppose. And sometimes, I mean, you got to remember where tentacle porn came from. So, I mean, this is a society that is like, hey, and you know what the funny thing is that's mostly an American thing, according to a lot of Japanese, like, hentai artists. They're like, oh no. Tentacle porn is looked up more by people from the United States than any other country in the world for the last 20 years. It's so popular, we make it literally for white Americans. And it's like, alright, so they judge you because you create it, but they're the ones watching. It's so fucking hypocritical. It's hilarious. There we go. Enemy attack time. Gotta pay attention to this and we'll get into Caden's thing. Don't go after my boy. Yes, attack someone your own size. Halberd, which would do 24 if it could fucking hit, but it can't. I love that. I love stats like that in Fire Emblem where it's like, I am too fucking good for this. I love that shit. It's like, oh, if you could hit me, but you can't. But if you could, you would do damage. He said Blackbeard is going to execute Garp. Nah. First off, dude doesn't have the balls for it. Second off, he can't. He ran away from Rayleigh. Garp's neck. He'd be like, Blackbeard would be like, Zay, ha ha, black hole. And he'd be like, I don't have a devil fruit, you idiot. What else you got? Gura punch. Bitch, please. I took it from a dude way stronger than you. You're punching stronger than Whitebeard's. What? Come on, try again. Then he's going to take an axe and he's going to go chop and Garp's neck is going to be like, hockey, ting! He's going to be like, your hockey ain't as good as... What else you got, bitch? Like, seriously, first, Aokiji won't let it happen. And Aokiji just proved he can take down the entire Blackbeard crew with ease, while drunk, by the way. So... it's not going to happen. And number two, Garp literally is better in all feats and power than Blackbeard. So, Blackbeard got nothing. The Yami Yami no Mi has shown nothing against non-Devil Fruit users yet. So, we can assume that until it does, it's only a Devil Fruit user problem. And he's fought the better player, the Gurgur no Mi, and his hockey's superior, even in his old age. we can all agree that Garp's hockey is superior, please, to Blackbeard's. Garp's hockey is top 5 still in the verse as an old man. Let's be real. I mean, he ran away from Rayleigh's Conqueror's hockey. Garp's is stronger than Rayleigh's. So, yeah, no, even if Blackbeard does, and I'm sure he does, but if Blackbeard, given credence, if Blackbeard has Conqueror's hockey, Garp's is better. So, there's no way he could cut him down. So, how do you plan to execute a goob with no Devil Fruit, where his entire thing is beating Devil Fruit users? I'm just curious. And his hockey's better. Like, how's he gonna do it? I'm curious. Unless he pulls the same narrative bullshit that we don't understand, how he Wolverine clawed Shanks. Maybe. Off-screen Blackbeard, to be fair, is strongest in the verse, so. And Hazel said, imagine if spiders were actually big and in real life. Me personally, I'd have to get over my my semi-arachnophobia. Let me tell you that much. Because I do not like spiders. I'm not an arachnophobe. My brother's a straight-up arachnophobe. I'm scared of spiders, not an arachnophobe. He is terrified of spiders. Like holy shit. And if spiders were that big in real life, oh my god, I'd have to go. I'd have to do exposure therapy by slaughtering them. I'd have to bathe in their fucking tentacle blood. Granted, there's like things like the hunter spiders and stuff like that. It's part of why I don't visit Australia. Because that shit would break me. A hunter spider, I'd burn the house down. Also, the second part of your last question was the Marines are going to take this line down, especially with their hero. Yeah, no, they're not. That's the thing. They're going to... Sengoku's going to organize something. Sengoku's going to be like, yeah, no. And Aokiji, once again, is not going to let it happen. So... Slim Sword! Which way? Go this way. Actually, why don't you just... You go right here and you torch right there. I know they can come after me, but you still have... I don't fucking know. Take Garrick over here. There. James said, Jason is the best movie slasher of all time. Oh, a slasher villain of all time. Second is Michael, then Pennywise. If we're going by straight bodies, Pennywise has killed the most. Pennywise killed the most. Since when has Pennywise killed the most? He had 2 movies. 3. 3 total. Jason had like 13. Jason's killed more people. How many people did Pennywise kill? Seriously, give me a number, because fuck off. Jason's killed... Michael Myers has killed dozens. Freddy Krueger has killed a lot. Freddy Krueger is also very iconic. It's either Jason or Michael, I will admit, is the greatest slasher. Ghostface is so iconic, though, it's crazy. It's hard, it's hard. I wouldn't consider Pennywise a slasher villain either. That's more of a thriller horror. That's a Stephen King horror film rather than a slasher film. So I wouldn't really consider Pennywise in that category. That's just me. I mean, if you want to include him, that's fine. Tim Curry, very iconic. But yeah, Jason, yeah, that's a hard one for me. Some people say Leatherface, other people say Ghostface, some people say Freddy, some people say Jason, some people say Michael, and you know what? They're all iconic as fuck. So it's hard for me. If you include his television show, it shows hundreds of bodies. There's a television show? I didn't know about that, to be fair. Ghostface cannot count because that's multiple people. Ghostface, I mean... Alright, fair, but him as a persona, as an enigma, you know. But if you don't want to count him, as I said, I'm more than willing to say, yeah, you want to say Jason, I'm not going to disagree. If you want to say Michael, I wouldn't disagree. You know, if you want to say Freddy, I wouldn't disagree. You know, I think they're all on that level. Like, my Mount Rushmore of slasher villains would be Jason, Freddy, Michael, and Ghostface. That's my... And then right below that would be, like, Leatherface and, what's his name? Pinhead there, and fucking guys like that, you know. To kill Lance's big-ass spiders. If you could hit me, you would do 5 damage. But you cannot hit me, can you? I am too good. I am far too powerful. Shine, baby, shine. Just to make absolutely sure there's nothing down here, yeah. Take Innis down there. You across to here. Steel Lance this guy. Caden said you should look up what the popcorn bucket for Scary Movie 6 is going to be. I think that you'll have a laugh from it. What's the popcorn? You mean like the like what they're going to give like the kids? You know, like the popcorn bucket, like what's going to be on it sort of idea. I remember those, like those collectible things. Somehow, some of them are worth money. Like, I remember, I have one from The Dark Knight for sure. And it had, like, Christian Bale as the Dark Knight on top of the cup and stuff. That was kind of cool. What about Chucky? Oh, yeah, Chucky would be right there with Leatherface. Like, he's iconic, but he's not on Jason level. He's not on the OG slasher level for me. You know. And once again, maybe that's just me, but this is only purely my opinion, obviously. And I'll be honest, you're not wrong. I completely forgot about Chucky until you brought him up. See, that's the thing. You forget about these things until you're reminded. And you're like, oh my god, yes. You know, things like that do happen. Weapon level increased. Alright, let's go. Slight problem, though. I needed him to stay alive. Yeah, the popcorn bucket. Yeah. I get what you mean now. You mean that, yeah, the bucket you get when when you go to the movies and, yeah. No. I know it's not for kids. What I meant was, like, it's when, you know, it's the promotional thing. Like, here's your Guardian... Like, you go into the movie, hey, you ordered the #1 meal, here's your Guardians of the Galaxy fucking... Or your Iron Man fucking soda and stuff, yeah. Oh, Jesus. This thing had Hellfang... Oh, wait. Is that the boss? I just straight up killed the boss? So that is entirely possible I did that. Staff... You know what? We're gonna torch. There's the boss. Okay. So I can safely bring you down here. And kill you in 2 strikes if I want to. Good. And we'll take Joshua down here instead. Just in case we'll bring Erica there. You run over to here. And we should be all good. 10 is going to go right here. And 22, 2, and 11. With a 44% chance of killing, I could just... You know what? I'll just fucking end him. Decent level up too. Caden said Demon Slayer is 100% carried by its animation. You're not gonna get an argument from me, man. I read the manga and I was like, it's the same arc every fucking time. The training arc makes no sense. It's bullshit, and it's the most one-dimensional story I've ever read. Let's not forget, Rengoku would be a Marine if he was in One Piece. Yeah, no. Everyone's like, oh my god, Rengoku, he's so good. And I'm like, no, no. I feel bad for people who think that Demon Slayer is like 10 out of 10. I feel bad for them because they obviously haven't read great manga before. Because it's good manga. Demon Slayer is good, by the way. I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's above average. It's not a bad story. It's got its problems. It's simple. It's, you know, but it's not even. It would never be an 8, ever. The only thing that it's carried by animation. And now I'm being sexted while I'm trying to stream. Jesus Christ. I guess I'm just that type of guy. What do you do? Killing Edge. Let's do it. Alright, there's one more skirmish to do before chapter 19. But I think, personally, what we should do is manage our items, which are obviously failing kind of a little bit here. So, we're definitely going to have to supply, give this, and take ourselves a Steel Lance for a moment. Erica, you're fine for right now with that. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're gonna be okay. You're fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. Supply. Will you take a javelin just for the sake of it? Garcia's looking alright. Franz. Yeah, everyone else is looking alright. So we should be fine. Let's try chapter 19. Let's hit the save. Instead of doing that last skirmish, like, we're doing pretty well. I think that, you know, that skirmish is going to gain us very few in the way of levels, so let's go into chapter 19. Now, I want to complete 2 chapters before the end of the stream, and we're already an hour in, so. Sacred Stone of Renus has been broken. Constant strife with dark creatures has made the group's progress near impossible. Plus, we're going to have to get more fucking beer, and I'm going to have to pee and stuff anyways once we get underway with the map, so might as well do that. Get it prepped, and then we'll start the map, really. Hey, Caden said, one of the things I've never understood in Demon Slayer is that the ghost that trained the MC at the beginning is never explained. Yes, his backstory is given, but the ghost aspect isn't. Yeah, there's a lot of problems. I have a lot of problems with that training arc, by the way. We're like, oh my god, here's our dude. Here's his training arc. We're gonna skip it so we can jump into the main story. It's like, dude, you're literally like trying to jump to the action. Like, if this was if that had happened in any other series, Dragon Ball, Bleach, Naruto, or whatever, and we were like, okay, yeah, Naruto sucks at ninjutsu. Now he's good at ninjutsu. Let's go. Like, a time skip, 10 chapters in, is not a good... You want a prologue chapter, and then go 10 years later. That's different. Doing 10 to 15 chapters, and then a time skip, is the worst way. That was the worst introduction to a manga I've ever read. It's terrible. And it never happens again in the story, and if ghosts can fight, why don't they just fight against the demons? Yeah, plot holes in Demon Slayer, I'm telling you. Princess Laracha of Rastan suggests they pay a visit to Rastan Court. It is here that the final sacred stone is sealed away. Laracha rides cheerfully towards her homeland with the company until, let me guess, it's already taken over. Home at last. My dear sweet palace. Uncle, I've returned. Oh, Laracha, it's good to see you safe. Of course I'm safe, Uncle. Evil can never defeat the forces of righteousness. Ha, you're exactly right, my dear. Now tell me, who are your guests? Pontifex Mansell of Rastan. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Erika, Princess of Rennes. I come to you today as an emissary of Freyla. And I am Ephraim, Prince of Rennes. I come with Erika to warn you of the danger our world faces. It began when... I love when cutscenes do that. Just like, yeah, we're gonna save the whole thing. I see. That is a tough tale to swallow all at once. But I've swallowed plenty in my day. No, really. However, I have heard of the felled creatures in darkling woods. Rachel, you will need the Stone of Rastan if we are any hope of victory. That is so, Uncle. I would like permission to open the temple seal. There's no need to rush yourself so, Rachel. You're home again in this blessed haven. You should rest. How can I relax until I know our sacred stone is safe? At the least, I'd like to ensure that the temple seal is intact. Oh, is something amiss? I think we'll take a night to rest after all. Everyone is so exhausted. My dear friend Erika especially had a very trying time of late. Oh, she noticed something. Erika? Ah, don't look so sad. It wreaks such havoc on your beauty. Laracha, what should I do? Leon was one of my dearest friends. I feel so helpless. There's nothing I can do to help him. Caden said, President Obama should run for a third term and fix my country. 110%. My ex-wife, will be my ex-wife. That's what I told her. I've been telling her that for the last 5 fucking years. Yeah. Because Obama was great. Obama was the best president in my lifetime. The administration has destroyed my country's reputation. Yep. Worldwide and made us look like dumbasses. Yep. And we all know the election was rigged. Yep. By Elon Musk. I don't know if it was just him, but I'm sure it was rigged by multiple people. At the end of the day, the Electoral College is a bit of an issue that got rigged. You know what I mean? So, either way, yeah. The last part I can't say for certain. I can say the other things are facts. Yeah. The rest of the countries in the world think America is just a bully and a joke. You know? At least back in Bush's day, they just thought of them as a bully. Now, you're a hated, bigoted, you know, warmongering bully. Like, it's way worse, you know? Your friend is gone, Erika. I try not to talk politics on here, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. But Caden asked my opinion, and I gave it. I have many American friends. Caden, one of them, right here in the chat. You know, my wife was American. Still is, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. I try not to bash other people's countries, but when they're so black and white when it comes to these issues, you know, it's hard not to. All that remains is the Demon King masquerading as Leon. For the good of all humanity, he must be defeated. If only it were truly that easy, though. Erica, I never knew Prince Leon. I cannot pretend to understand the sadness you must feel. However, I do know this. If the Leon you hold so dear were with you today, what do you think he would want you to do? I can't. There's no need to rush, Erica. Take your time and think it through. You need to find your own answer. Now then, it's about time we found ourselves something to eat. It's hard to be optimistic on an empty stomach. Yes, I'll be right there. Thank you, Larach. Guard duty this time of night. Such a diligent soldier. Who goes there? Where are you looking? I'm over here. What? No, here. I'm over here. What's wrong? I'm right here. What? Is the darkness too deep for you to penetrate? Can't you see what the night is hiding? Attack! Oh, damn. Humans will never conquer darkness. He said, the reason why I said Elon Musk is because in the first election that a third party noted to support one of the parties was trusted with counting the ballots. I mean, yeah, I'm sure that that's part of it. You know, the first election was Putin and was involved apparently and stuff, you know. I'm not saying you're wrong about Elon Musk doing some corruption and doing some of that shit. I'm saying, you know, he might not have been the sole contributing factor to the election being rigged. Was the election rigged? I can't prove that, and I'm not one of those people that stand on a platform. This was, because then you sound like Trump. This was rigged. It's so obvious. Where's your proof? Can you provide numbers? Where's the rap sheet? Where's the confessions? Where's the, where in a court of law, can you prove this? You know what I mean? Like, do you have a confession on tape? Like, you know what I mean? Otherwise, you sound like the other side. So I say, you know, likely, yes, but I'm not going to stand on my high horse without any proof and say absolutely definitive. It is 110% without a doubt. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm not going to do that. You know, because that makes us like them. And if we're like them, how are we better? And I want to be better. I know I'm better. And I like to be better. I like being better. I'm poor, but I like to be better. And now I'm into this shit. This guardian of light, Rustin, will drown in a never-ending night. Come, my pretties, it's time to go. The day of Rustin's destruction has at long last arrived. Your Holiness, there's been an attack. We think it's Grotto's men fleeing from Freyla's forces. However, they've breached the palace defenses at multiple points. What? The Imperial Guard is at a terrible disadvantage of numbers right now. It's less than a battle and more of a slaughter. I'm not sure they will be able to hold out until the Knights of Rustin arrive. How has this happened? Our sacred capital invaded. I must... Uncle, please, you must keep yourself safe. We can take care of this. Is everyone ready to go? Of course we are. We're like, fuck yeah, we are the... I have Ross. I have Tana. I have Gilliam. I am fucking set. Princess Erica, please. Princess Ephraim and I will handle this. Seth, it's alright. Erica can take care of herself. Isn't that right, Erica? Yeah, a battle will bring him back out. He knows a brother. Or knows his sister. It's like, yeah, no. Wallowing in self-pity doesn't suit her. Yes, I'm sorry if I troubled you. Let's go. We have to protect Pontifex Mansell. Let's go. Yeah, we like this. 17. Holy shit, 17 units? God damn. Well, we don't need literally half of them, but... we might check some... okay, I'm going to save right here, because I do have to pee, like I said, and get some more beer. Check the map. Map. They don't talk about surviving, but... okay, we're spread out into a couple of places. I assume this is a defend map, so we need multiple characters or something like that. Formation... no, it's only 2 spots. Okay. We'll look into it in a minute. Caden said, before I check that, in some new Warhammer 40k lore, which I know nothing about, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the God Emperor has actually moved. What can this mean? Is he going to return to the previous glory, or is he going to come back as the 5th Chaos God? That was prophesized. I don't know what none of that means. It sounds really badass, it sounds really cool, or it sounds really stupid. One way or another, I have no idea. But we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, and then we will do, officially, Chapter 19. But it looks like we might have an opportunity to grab a couple more characters to add to the fight. Maybe we'll throw Noel and Dustle into the fight, since we can grab multiple characters more than usual. Anyways, yeah, we'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Now, as I said, I want to just in case, it might be good to grab a few more characters if we're allowed to. I mean, why not, right? So let's grab, obviously, Rennick, supply, let's take an Iron Sword and a Vulnerary with him. And maybe he can do something. And then maybe Noel. Take a Vulnerary and Flux and Nosferatu and just see. I mean, nothing hurting that. I suppose at this point he might as well just take the Master Seal and use it. We can make him a druid. Why not? I know Summoner is apparently broken, but I'm not really using him. He's just here for the one match. So let's take some. Let's take a heal staff, I guess. I don't know. Take a. Yeah, sure. Okay, so yeah, and now we can pick the units. We can bring Rennick and Null with us. I guess Dussel too? Jesus, like we can bring a lot of units. You know what? I'm not going to bring all of them. I'm just going to... Dussel's fine. I have a feeling that this will be a problem, so we're going to keep you right there. Everyone else can pretty much stay where they are, I think. Rennick is the one we want by the chests, because... Wait a minute, don't you still need a lockpick? Like, he doesn't innately have the ability, right? And we don't have a lockpick, so there's no reason to bring him. Yeah, there's no real reason to bring him, because without a lockpick, he can't open anything. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure. I'll double check that right now, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Thieves, Sacred Stones, Lockpick. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so bringing Rennick makes no sense because we don't have it. Alright, so we're obviously going to miss out on everything here. That's fine with us. Alright, so then if that's the case, then pick units. We don't want to bring Rennick with us at all. And we will get rid of his items. Where's Rennick? There he is. Supply, give the iron sword and the vulnerary away. Yeah, because if I can't, yeah, I don't have a lockpick, there's no purpose. So, okay. That's fine. Let's just double check the formation once again. You right there. I want you to go actually over here. You three will be totally fine over there, and you guys will be able to defend this place no problem, in my personal humble opinion. So let's do it. We'll save right here just in case, as we always do. And let's try her. The day is coming, and swiftly, the day of our triumph and our vengeance. Self-righteous fools of rust, and where are your miracles now? March on, march minions of the Demon King. Your time is upon you. Tonight we claim not only Pontifex Moncel's sad life, but also rust and sacred stone. You Cretan Mancel, I will have my revenge. You should never have excommunicated me. The Demon King will be your new master. Leon, you were so selfless. Your generosity seemed to flow from a bottomless well. I'm so sorry, Leon, I couldn't save you. I know what you would have wanted. I know it as I know my own name. So watch, Leon. I will defeat the Demon King. Alright, here we go. Fair enough. Now, I assume they're going to come up from nowhere and everywhere, but... Survives 13 turns. Yeah, I figured. There's a brave sword down there. I kind of want it. Not gonna lie. I kind of want that. I think maybe Ross goes after it. Because I think he can kind of survive it. Right, Tenna, you... Well, Franz, how about Franz? Stay right there and equip the... Yeah, keep the Iron Lance equipped. Erica, you stay right about here. We'll get you moving soon. Oh, there's another... Oh, wait a minute. Then I want you, Erica. Right at the front there, because I'm worried about that. Yeah, because there's going to be enemies coming up there, so we need Erica. You need to block this off. Yeah, 100%. And then Tana, you go right here, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, here comes some peoples. Now, normally a survive mission you're worried about, but last time I did a survive mission, I kicked the shit out of them, so... I actually beat it in like 4 turns, instead of waiting like 7 like I'm supposed to. Okay, we got a Luna user. Shit. Oh, here it comes. Here comes the other phase, trying to do something. You know, the only time that's actually been effective is, in my opinion, Radiant Dawn. And it's worked out incredibly well in Radiant Dawn. Radiant Dawn was the most balanced, but hardest. Like, it was so good. Oh, don't worry, man. We will take care of them. You don't have to. Like, I love that they're leaving their positions assuming that we're not going to take care of business. Because you know we are. First and foremost. Needhog. Just because we can. That one out of the way. It allows you to just go forth and say no. And a boom, big 23 right there to get rid of that guy. Let's go. Wait right there. You will equip the hand axe. So I really want that brave sword. Let's go Steel Lance on him then. Unfortunately, we can't get any of these chests, and that really fucking sucks. Okay, so by the looks of it, that is not the case, in fact. I was looking where the border was, and clearly it's not there, so... Eventually he's gonna come, so Gilliam's just gonna wait right there. I know that, like, potentially they'll come. Oh, and he got a 2% crit, like, goddamn. Brave Lance. That's a brave. Wait a minute. Let's go. Get that Brave Lance. Is that stealable? Yes. We got not only a Brave Lance, but we're going after that bloody. We're going after that sword. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I knew he would come after Noel. Should have expected that. Comes Mr. Brave Sword, and Ross is like, yeah, no, fuck that. Granted, I can't double him, but whatever. I'll have to deal with them on my own terms. And this guy's gonna kill the last Rastan Knight. That's alright, because we're gonna kill all of them. This is why you're allowed so many units on here, I guarantee you. Oh, the poor treasury. I don't think there's a way on, like, I don't see a boss, so unless I find a boss, we're gonna be SOL. See, unlike Mir, by the way, who got hit by this shit, the hit percentage is so goddamn low that Erica won't be hit by a Luna. Go figure that. Alright, and that was just stupid of you, because now... So, killing edge on this one. Lovely. We love that. Franz, go over here and get rid of this one. Lovely. We'd love to see it. And now Franz got a level up. That wasn't that great, but it is what it is. Helium's here and he's ready. Flux him. Let's go, Noel. Joshua with the straight up kill. Okay. You see it gets a quick hit in. And Ross gets one other hit in. But we want that Brave Axe, or that Brave Sword, so we're gonna take it for now. So we dance. We get a level up. Not that a dancer needs it, but it's just nice to have. And then we can do this. Shine, baby. Weapon level up, ×4 level up. We love it. We love everything about this. So, Garrett goes here. Armor Slayer's this guy, right? And we longbow this guy. Then we leave the guys there because we're gonna chase whatever's going on right here, and we hit it. Let's go. There's more than enough problems. Let's go. We knew there were problems up there. Now Tana can go down here to try to find more issues. And Brave Sword time. Okay, going after Garcia. Makes sense. Thankfully, we kill him in one stroke, because that might have been ×4. We get a 3-point level up, and we get the Brave Sword out of it. So, I'm not upset at that. Okay, so we gotta obviously take the Brave Sword away. Now they're gonna come at me. Now, unfortunately, those criticals are quite high because they're swordsmen and stuff like that. And I'm not the hugest fan of that, obviously. Erica gets a level up and got strength 5 points. Let's go, Erica. Let's go. She's gonna double anyways, so killing edge is more of a bonus than anything else. Ross's defense is so high that he can't be affected by sword users anymore. They don't have enough. Now 7 would bother me. It wasn't for that 24, but... And Ephraim gains a level by killing the Steel Blade user, and boom! 4-point level up as well. The lords are looking good. The lords and ladies of Rennes. The Silver Sword will actually do some damage to us, but then we crit! And we say, fuck you for doing any type of damage to Ross. This guy can do 8. Wow. And then we say, oh, really? Really? Well, our crit ratio is so goddamn high that fuck you. One of those 41 hits, it becomes dangerous, like last stream, but it won't. That was a fluke. Oh, hello. Oh. Alright, you want to play. Let's go. We can play. Alrighty. Obviously it's playtime, so let's staff, then you. Don't see any problems. It doesn't mean they won't come from there, though. Get rid of that guy. Ines, why don't you? Try it. With you and your brave bow. Now we got the brave bow out of this too. There we go. Got him with the javelin. So we've got that all secure. Personally, I think Joshua should go right here. And Ross should go right here and just start wailing on bitches. So why not? What has he actually got that can hurt us? Silver sword, like, these guys can't hurt us with the silver swords. They can do maybe 3 apiece, but eventually they'll die. Oh, there's more of them, that's why. I didn't expect that, honestly. This might be bad for us. This could prove to be a slight folly of mine. Staff Psychic on Garcia. Maybe not as bad as I thought. Depends on what else is down here, though. There could be something right there, and I have no idea. William's doing nothing, and it kind of bothers me. I know why he's doing nothing, because I set him to do that, but it still bothers me. Alright, so you kill this guy. This Franz obviously can't do anything. And then we'll take... Franz up here just to see what's going on. Jesus, 15? And I doubled them. How many more attacks like that do I gotta suffer? Because goddamn. I mean, technically this is why it's labeled survive. I'm not supposed to be this bold with this. But still. Also not supposed to take attacks that are, you know, 30 odd, you know, when it comes to the hit percentage. Oh, that's gonna hit. Ow. Good. Now he won't be hit again. Fuck. Oh, yes he will. Oh, Garcia goes down. God damn, I played my hand too close to my chest. Shit. Shit. That was just me being too stupid and too bold. Garcia's defense was so bad, though. To be fair. Alright, we're gonna let this turn play out first. Oh yeah, he's dead. Oh, and Null dies too. God damn. Open to so much defeat right now. Crazy that. Yeah, we're just gonna let the turn play out before I edit that. But yeah, that with Garcia, you know, I used the psychic stuff. I was like, oh yeah, they'll be fine, they'll be fine, and then nothing was fine. It's all good though, it happens. Oh, a fire mage on a horse? Jesus. Alright. Yeah, we'll take them down. Should have had Gilliam out there instead. Yeah. Should have had Gilliam out there. That was stupid. And, I mean, I wasn't using Noel anyways. That's why I gave him the quick promotion. But still, it sucks to lose another character when you don't have to. But it is what it is. So now we filled up, I believe, that fills up the last of our slots. So if anybody else dies, well, they're not getting a bloody slot, are they? So yeah, we'll just give me a second here, folks, and we will definitely, we're just gonna fill these in really quick. It's Garcia and, so Syrians first. Just need to quickly grab a couple of artworks and edit them, and as I said, this is what in my opinion slows down the streams. Sexing and stuff at the same time is so difficult. So who was first? Garcia, yeah. So Garcia died, unfortunately. Come on. Come on. There we go. My mouse has been finicky lately. So we have Garcia and then Null. Null, of course, died due to a crit. Straight crit, it happens. Straight crits, they do tend to happen. And there's Leon, so Null would be right here, yeah. Copy image, there we go. Boom. And as I said, I'm not unhappy with their losses because we were sort of running on empty a little bit as far as people. Like, I was only allowed to bring 9 to most maps. I had like 10 characters that I wanted to bring. It was getting a little heavy. Okay, we'll cut that down. And then we'll bring Garcia in here, and then we'll have to cut them both down. So just give me a second here, because I gotta do both. Yeah, that's fine. And then cut them down to about here, cut them down to about here, cut them down to about here, and around there. Alright, now I can go in there, and I can cut them down properly. Let's see. So, come down here. There's Garcia. Completed. Oh no, it didn't save that. You stupid thing. Alright, Garcia saved. Now we just gotta do Null really quick. Null. Oh, I actually got Null pretty good the first time. There we go. That should be good enough for stream, so let's save. That's too bad. I kind of like Null. Like, I like Null, I like Garcia and stuff, it happens, you know. One bad turn and, you know, I got bold on trying to gain a lot of experience and I got fucked. I should have had Gilliam down here. It would have been way better. Now, as a result, I have to win my way very quickly back to victory. Now, I might lose Natasha over doing this, but healing up Ross seems like my best move currently. And I'm going to bring Erica in there, and then I'm going to also get rid of this guy, or the Fire Mage actually, immediately. So we have some serious problems going forward right there that I was not aware how. I underestimated this map, I'm not gonna lie. I underestimated the shit out of it, and now I'm paying the price. That's just the long and short of it. I thought that it was all an opening, like, I don't know what I was thinking. And now, these openings are just, they're here, but like, they don't do anything, so I just feel so stupid for thinking that, like, they'd come out from the cellar sort of idea. And now Tana, like, two of my best units, Gilliam and Tana, are out here doing nothing. Doing absolutely nothing. And now, obviously, Ross is taking care of business right now, but this could still end poorly for us. All it takes is for Joshua to have a bad hit ratio chance, and we're SOL. Like that. And then killing the opponents does not help our case, because then we're going to be into more problems. No steel swords gone. We're into... Yeah, and see? 43. We're going to lose Joshua here, aren't we? He does not have the defense to... With a great level up, that's great, but oh my god, we're totally going to lose him. Because why wouldn't they try to kill him? See, 39. It shouldn't kill, but it does. Joshua's dead too. I might use my mulligan on this one, not gonna lie. Now knowing that this chapter is actually, like, strong. So they do actually randomly appear. Knowing... Yeah, knowledge beforehand is hindsight's 20/20, but you know what? I think I will do that. I think I'm going to reset. Yep. I'm going to reset. I'm going to give us our characters back. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because now that I know what the chapter entails, I feel more confident in... No, I can't undo that much. Alright, so delete. Sorry. Just give me a second, guys, to redo the... I now have to... How am I going to do that? Because it doesn't exist anymore. This is a problem with doing everything fucking live, I tell ya. But yeah, no, I'm... That map was going so poorly that I'm allowed a mulligan, so... That's 2 I used. That's my second one. I don't think that's bad. For a first playthrough of Sacred Stones, only using 2 mulligans or resetting a map for the second time, that's not that bad. Okay, just give me a second. So now I gotta build everything again. So so dumb. I did this so fucking poorly. Okay, no, there's no, oh, god damn it, there's no outline, you dumb fuck. Thank you. Now, there's a fill, though, black. Yeah, there you go. Now, please, go below everything. There we go, finally. Sorry guys, that took a bit. Now there we go. And now we just need to add the... God, I gotta go all the way to here, grab this, go to C. Jesus. Just to recreate this. And we shrink it down to whatever size so that it'll actually fit. And then we'll just grab, so they're a little different than before, sorry about that, but I can't really do much about that. I think that has to go 1 over. I'll probably try to fix that for the next stream or something like that. God damn, that pisses me off. Okay, so sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm just kind of pissed. Plus texting a bunch of people and shit, so. Resume chapter? No, I'm going to restart the chapter. Alright, so we're going to do this. We're going to do this a little bit different, but we're definitely going to do this chapter. And just to add insult and injury, we're going to do the skirmishes afterwards. Or just straight up do chapter 20 just to add insult to injury. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to grab, I'm not even going to mute it. I'm going to grab some refreshments and then I'm going to be right back and we're going to beat this shit because that just, yeah. I should have been smarter. That's my bad. I'm mad at myself. Not at the game itself. It's a good map because you're kind of overpowered at this point if you play the skirmishes, and this map sort of brings you back into, hey, by the way, you still have to be strategic. You can't just throw everybody into the fire, and I should have been more aware, you know. So, anyways, be right back. Alright, guys and gals. So, as I said, we did not mute a goddamn thing, because we're going to do this. We're also going to bring Dussel with us this time, now that we know what the map is like. There's a reason for the 17 units. I got a better handle on the situation. Alright. I'm sorry if that disappoints a lot of people, just like last time, that I've mulliganed now twice. You know, twice. If we have to do it a third time, we will. Like, I want to enjoy the game. I want to play the game and stuff like that. And this is not a Nuzlocke challenge or anything like that, you know. So I call it a mulligan, but it's not. It's just, no, I'm not happy with that. I'm going to replay it, you know. So we're going to give... No, already has his items. Gilliam has his. Dussel needs some items. So he's going to take a steel axe and a silver lance. And you know what? We're going to give him 2 vulneraries just because we can. So we're going to give him those things just because. And Natasha, supply... Give the restore staff and take the last of the other torch staff, because we're going to use it all up. Now that I know what we're up against, a way better idea on what to do. So let's check the map. Formation wise, Dussel, who's not a great one at this point, he's going to go right here. Gilliam, you're going to actually go right down here. And we're still going to leave this trio up here. But we're also going to give them... Tenna or our dancer. I think that's the smartest move. So, this time, we got this. Let's save it, and let's play it. Alright, Natasha, do your thing. First things first, torch this direction. And we shall dance. We dance to the music, bum 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 bum. Dance to the music, bum 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 ba dum. There we go. Should have switched to the Armor Slayer, but alright. Now, we have plenty of options going forward. Knowing that nothing comes out of here whatsoever. We'll still leave Dussel right here. So we don't care about raising him necessarily. We just care about, you know, helping him out. So we'll take Garcia down this way. Gilliam is going to go right the fuck over here. With a javelin. Ross is gonna fucking join him. Erica is gonna go way over here. Without issue. Joshua's gonna go down here. Tana's over here to see what to do. Franz is also over here to see what to do. And Noel is just going to stay right there, nice and pretty. Then we're going to see what happens. Should have had an Armor Slayer equipped, unfortunately I don't. And I'm wasting my steel sword on guys that can be killed by the Armor Slayer. Hate that shit. Garrick is a one-man army, just like Ross, so we're fine. Knowing now that this map exists, I know I never would have survived the draft. Ever. Like, I could never have done this on hard mode my first time through. So, definitely glad that I did the draft first, and now I'm being exposed to what actually exists. Well, we got rid of that killer lance. That's good. And now I don't need to worry about them staying stagnant anymore and stuff. Like, the only reason I moved in because I didn't want to miss out on the Brave Sword and stuff. But now that I know that they move up, you know, it's a whole different ball game. Looked like a critical to me. Alright, so right into the fray. Not exactly what I expected, but fuck it. Let's do it. Oh, we're doing saved by bullshit. Oh no. It might prove to be a problem. You never know. At the very least, I know we're gonna kill this guy. You're gonna level up from that. I'm expediting the problem too quickly, and I shouldn't have. Alright, so Steel Lance, get rid of this guy. You wait right there. Armor Slayer time, let's go. Okay, so see if they want to attack Joshua a little bit. Null and I guess we'll just throw a torch at this area. Okay, no, they want to go after the Rastan. Nice. And like normal hit percentages, by the way, Joshua hits previously. 42 means it's gonna miss. 34 should miss. And then it hits. But it shouldn't hit on 34 in the goddamn first place. That's the point. Though we did get a Brave Lance out of it and blah blah blah, so no crits available, but still. And now... I expected the mages to come after him, not the fucking... not the generals. Thankfully the guys are all... yeah. You're gonna have to go up to get him. Brave Sword. We're kind of getting into a similar problem as before. Not as bad, but still there. Alright. Now, Iron Axe equipped with Nosferatu, that's a problem. No counter. Big issue. Okay, so... oh, they survive, so they're like, oh, we can do this. No, you really can. Plus, you're causing issues by leaving the field of battle. Alright. Now I've got a better hold on what I have to do. A. Our girl has to take care of business. Now that I know that nothing comes through here. But I know a thief comes around. Can't possibly escape. I will send you right here. You will vulnerate, and you will stay there. Franz, you will... honestly, I don't fucking know. Let's see. How about we do some fun? Shine. Rather here with the Brave Sword. Alright. Not as good as a level up as I had last time, but the weapon level increased nonetheless. Alright. And then how about you do some damage? Sure. So you're gonna go right here. You're gonna go right there, right? Alright, so I see what we're gonna do. So you are gonna kill this one. Right. I get what we're doing here. You are gonna go right here. You're gonna hand axe this one. It misses, but it doesn't really matter. You're gonna killing edge the Luna over here. I missed out on that strength. Like, we had so many good level ups that I missed out on due to the fact that someone was a piece of shit, and I'm not happy about it. Quick longbow. There we go. Oh shit. And now we get the bone. And Tethys dance time? Alright, cool. Won't be enough to kill, but at least it'll do some goddamn damage. Alright. And Russ said no thank you to that one. And then said no thank you to that one again. Then he said, never mind. It's funny, they go after Ross when they can do 0 damage, but it's the same with Gilliam, but they don't attack Gilliam. It's crazy. Bam! There goes. I need a hero. Still Lance broke though. Going after Garrick with the Armor Slayer. Alright, fair. I respect the drive. We lost last time, but all our level ups were so superior. Every level up we had was so much fucking better. I don't know really where to put Erica anymore. I'm just gonna dance for her and hope for the best. Her and her brother working together seems like a good matchup. But yeah, we had so many good level ups. It like 5 point, 5 point, 5 point, and now we're stuck with these shitty level ups. It's kind of annoying, really. So that should never have hit. That's dumb. It's dumb that it hit. It's like borderline stupid that it hit. And we'll use up the last torch just to see what's going on down here. And that is where the boss is. Okay, that is where the boss is. Who has aura. Alright. So we can go down there and kill him. Alright. Good to know. Good to know there is that option, because maybe we take Erica down here after all. Yeah. I think Garrick and Ines are enough to hold the line. Bringing those guys down will be exactly what I need to do. Dussel, you wait right there. It sucks, but Garcia, you wait right here. Tana, time for you to move. Franz, kind of move. Noel, same idea. We've got to get rid of these guys. Oh, we got a level up. Alright. We hit him, but coming at us at all sides, and unfortunately it's not Ross, so they're not killing anything. Gilliam's a good wall, but because he can't double attack, we got a bit of an issue. And now he's going... Oh, but we can double a mage. Of all characters, we can double a horse mage. That's kind of crazy. Take those guys down. Let's do a quick kill this one guy. There we go. Now you can instantly, for sure, now I know they're there. Perfect. $21. Let's go. So we will stay right here, beating back those opponents without problem. Okay, we got rid of that one pretty easily. Now Ross can move up. Also steel axe all he wants. The fact that he hasn't maxed those stats is still goddamn mystery to me. Either way, alright. Let's go Killer Lance on their ass. Okay, we have a bowman and one elf fire. How much damage would he do to us? We don't know because he doesn't have it equipped. I was just thinking that maybe I could do a little bit of this. You know what I could do? I could kill him. And then I could probably have Franz rescue him. Just in case, you know. Like, there. And then what are they gonna do? They're gonna do nothing. That's what they're gonna do. And then Tana's gonna show up and she's gonna be like, alright, cool. But and I don't know who hasn't moved. Alright, Garcia. Yeah, a 9 that should never have hit, by the way. 35% chance. Oh, it finally missed. Alright. Or a 34 that hit. Are you kidding me? Critical. The amount of healing I'm going to do is going to wreck your shit. That actually at least makes sense. That you would do 5 damage on a 52. Okay, we got a lot to do. This is the same turn that we lost on last time. So, we're going to pee first. And then we're going to get right into it. So I want to think with a full heart and an empty bladder. Alright, so we're back. We're still on the idea that for some ungodly reason we need to win this thing. Which of course we do, but you know, is what it is. Alright, so let's get rid of that, and then we're back to the chat and everything like that. Make sure that there's not the 95 texts I get bothering us, as they always do. And I say bother, I mean that the reason is because there's so many time zones, you know, like in the world, and you only have a limited number of hours to spend. Like I have some friends that only have like a window of about 2 hours where we can actually chat, and it's unfortunate that it's never in my downtime. You know, like, this is my downtime technically. Actually, it's over my downtime because I should be asleep, but there's friends you have all over the world, you know, and sometimes their window is very limited, your window is very limited, so when they text you, you're like, oh, shit, I don't want to ignore them, you know. I hate doing that whole text I hear from them in the morning, then I hear from them at night again to respond to the one from the morning and stuff. If I'm available, I want to know, you know, and this is also not only a company phone, well, it's my personal phone, right? So it's both. And so if I'm available, regardless of YouTube or anything else, I always answer a phone call. I always respond. If I see the flash, I'm that type of person. I think it's disingenuous of people to not answer the phone. Maybe that's just me. And now I just realized, do we have enough? We do, but close. Close. Alright. Tell you what, if we'll play a few turns and we'll see what happens. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, so it's fine. Alright, so immediately I know what I have to do. $37, that's pretty good. Okay. Someone who can take a hit in the back is not a bad idea. Okay, but I can't move. That's a problem. Just hit the javelin. We're gonna have to basically take all of the hits. Use a vulnerary. And now we're just gonna basically sit here and have to wait, but I'm gonna take them the fuck down. There's gonna be an open opportunity to do it, and I am gonna fucking do it. Bam, baby. And a level 9 hero we got. And an almost. Wait, right there. See ya, you take care of this guy. Oh, I missed. Which now I'm poisoned. God, really? Alright. Level 11, and he's looking better than ever. And we hit him with the steel axe. killed another one. So if we keep killing them, I mean... all they can bring is their big guns. And after they do that... oh good, you brought one of the bigger ones. Let's go. If there's the killer lance, I'd be happier. And now we killed a paladin without any damage. We like that. Took some damage. No damage. If I had a hand axe, this would be so different. Which I do have, obviously, but... got rid of the thief. Elixir was stolen? Oh, you fuck you. There's a lockpick. There's... I can't even kill him, so what's... and now he's stolen my lockpick. Attack with Sword Griever. Yeah, at least I might get the elixir back, right? Nope. Alright, never mind. So we go here, and then we hit this guy. I'm sorry guys, I got a sext. Give me 1 second. Oh, actually, it's just a regular text this time. Okay, that one was the sex, that one was text. So I have 3 sex, 1 text. I'm doing pretty well on that regard. Alright, so let's just use up a vulnerary just to be on the safe side. Yeah, that was the right choice. Okay, so now that we know everything that's going down here. Right, okay, so you have the ability to... alright. Alright, so Joshua is now basically fully healed. Alright, let's mend. Let's take a risk here. Let's go you. Steel axe on you. Let's go full offensive and hope for the best. There we go. An amazing level up follows. We love it. This might be the wrong answer, but we're gonna find out, I guess. Depends on what they do and what the hit percentages are. So yeah, moving up, alright. Yeah, 3-3. So, do not come at me. But we kill him. That's good, though. So you have 41 that shouldn't hit. It should not, but it did hit. Now, thankfully, it didn't. He didn't actually kill. That's actually a good thing, because it means that now that's blocked off as a route to kill Ephraim. But that that never should have hit. Like that. 38. Never should have hit. 38. Are you kidding me? I've missed so many 76s, and yet I'm missing 30. Like, what are we talking about? Like, the 14 crit and the 25, that makes sense. Anybody else? I think that makes sense. And that 39 should never have hit. That crit of 42, 100% should hit. And that 8 at 32. Like, multiple less than 50s hitting is dumb. Like, 3 multiple 30s hitting, really dumb. That's why maps like this are a problem, because they don't make any goddamn sense. By the way, just need to check one quick thing, which I'm sure everything lost. Yep. Ugh. So goddamn close. By one, are we... What? Oh my god, like... Never mind. Sorry, someone's having a crisis. Jesus, I'm fighting fronts on so many things. The Spurs just lost, or they lost before, and goddamn. Anyways, Jesus. Alright, so you back up, kill this guy. Alright. Garrick, you go all the way out here. And now we know it's the way it is. So now you say, yeah, it's all good though. Oh, actually, I don't like that because you can now, oh, shouldn't have done that. Rescue. I'm gonna have to save your ass for a moment. So he's gonna have to. Okay, so we know what we're after here. Okay. It solves some of the problems. And Erica. Alright, so there's someone wanting to call me, so now I'm into that issue. 27, so what if we just mend the 27? Then we say, yeah, fuck you to you. Rinda is in here and says, Seth's gone, he's like the strongest unit, bro. Nearly impossible to die. That's why there's a big arena right below there to explain why he died. And I said, that's just how RNG is, bro. I mean, that's why you do. You know, you're being a bit of a hypocrite there, my man, because you just said, Seth, it's impossible to die. But RNG. RNG is why Seth died. So, you know. I'm just putting that out there. No one needs to take it as fact. Alright, how about you, Franz? Come in here. If you kill that silver bow, man, oh my god, that would be so crazy. And you did. You did. So Erica can go in and kill this motherfucker. Get that leveled up. We want to go after that aura. We need it. And we didn't get that strength bond. I'm still mad about that last level up. I really am. 30. We'll take it just straight 30. Let's go, Rossi boy. And then we have the opportunity here with Tana. Get rid of this guy, so we will. And then we will fly over whoever we need to. We will make this work. That's how you wait right there. And in comes... Can't even double while I'm rescued? Really? The hit percentage and the doubling makes sense now. Oh, there we go. Bring it on, Erica. Let's go. Let's go. And yeah. Apparently I have a call to make. The ladies just won't leave me alone. What can I say? It's probably just a bitchy phone call. To be honest, I would love to sell you guys on the idea that, oh yeah, like the ladies love me and it's a sexy phone call, but it's more about it. People, for some reason, people like to talk to me about their problems. I guess I'm just a voice of reason or something like that, but I get that a lot, so yeah. Anyway, I'm clearing out this entire race of remnants, and I don't feel that bad about it. And a 13. Yeah, I expected that. We don't have enough to sustain. That might... Okay, wait. I still might have not saved her. God damn it. Silver axe, silver axe. The silver bow, that's the problem. I might have just killed my dancer by mistake. If I kill... Let's see how much I can do. Let's see. If I can kill the entirety of the race before I get there. If it works like the last one, it means that killing the boss ends the problem. And there we go, and that's still actually not enough, which is crazy. So I got 26, goddamn. Even with the ultimate attack, I can't kill him from that range. I've gotta hope that he attacks me instead. That's... oh my god. Oh, fuck. And there's nothing I can do. Shit. I might actually just lose this map legit right now. right. Seriously, they're going after Natasha? Alright. Alright, going after me, that's fair. 12. But you can't double, right? We double. But now it would only take 14 damage. And we took a lot of damage. I don't know. 5. Come on, don't hit. Alright. Survive 1 hit. 1 hit. I think we did it. I think we... Survive 13 turns, but I think we can kill him. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab another beer. Because this became a 3-hour stream to do one goddamn map and I need an alcoholic beverage. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We're officially back. So, alright. Nearly at the end of this. I just want to make sure we do it justice. So, there's a potential that we lose this, and then I have to do it all over again. So, let's see what we can do. Ephraim, get the fuck out of there. Alright, you don't have shiny anymore. Shit. It's not good. Damage does nothing. Oh, we can destroy this motherfucker. Alright. There's no problem there. Alright, then if that's the case, then we'll take you. We'll go down here. We'll get rid of you. Because at the very least, we'll make sure that there's no counterattack, shall we say. And Joshua might not have great resistance, but he's learning. Somehow, our man survived, because they were more interested in killing an archer, obviously. And we dance to give Garrick an opportunity to just go deep into here. And we find nothing. Let's let Erica get the kill. No. No. It's been so long I got carried away. I'll just stop and withdraw for now. Follow me, come to Darkling Woods. The Demon King awaits your pleasure. What pisses me off about that, we still don't have that 15 strength. Well, we got an aura. Behold, victory is ours. And I have so many other things to worry about here. Yes, we did it, somehow. I wonder if everyone is okay. Erica? Did you find your answer? Yes. Thank you, Lorach. Your words guided me. My words? It was nothing. Come, we should find the sacred stone, depending on what happened to it. Lorach, your face is so flushed. Is there anything amiss? No, it's nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, she likes her. Bisexual. Cool. I'm holding it in my very hand, the Stone of Rastan. It's going to train and suits my complexion, wouldn't you say? This is it, the last one, the last remaining sacred stone. It is, and the time to defeat the Demon King draws near. We should be leaving. Attack before those creatures gain more momentum. Yes, we should make haste. Poison spreads, it's growing even stronger. Where? Darkling Woods. Where the Demon King fell. Lorach, must you leave so soon? You've only just returned, so you have to leave? Uncle, defeating evil is the highest calling I can perform. Of course, my dear. It is a divine calling, but... You needn't worry, Uncle. For I'm not on my own, I have my friends. I see. You've been blessed, Lorach. Blessed with many good friends. I am indeed, Uncle, and they in turn are blessed with me. Farewell, Uncle. I shall return. Once evil has been vanquished and we're all safe and sound. Hold on, not so fast now. I have something I wish to present to Princess Erica. To me, Your Holiness? Yes, Princess. I'd like you to accept this gift. What is it? Oh, aren't those? Those are the sacred twins of Rastan? That's right, dear niece. It's the weapons of Saint Latona, most holy follower of Rastan. We have glorious Ividel and its twin, the divine staff of Latona. I'll also spare some funding to feed you and arm your forces. There's much to do before these halls. A light magic spell. One with aura. Alright. Latone, thankfully. Natasha, hopefully. And 10,000 gold. Alright. These are the blessed Latona's most sacred relics. Is this allowed? I know the law, Lorach. The relics must never leave the temple, with the sole exception of the occasional ascension ceremony. Or ascension ceremony, sorry. But I think that when the world needs saving, we make the odd exception. Yeah, like, this dude's like proper, he's like, yeah, now, normally we wouldn't do this, but the world's at stake, fucking take them. That's my uncle, you return them, of course, when you finish your task. So, okay, I would have your oath on this. Of course you have my word. Return safely and restore your relics. Darkling Woods is home to naught but demons now. Indeed, I hear them that none enter the spores ever leave again. Stocking from supplies in town before we head out. Must be prepared before we sort out. Okay, so it's one of those. Princess Lorach, my beloved countrymen. Come, I was fierce, but you protect the palace honorably. Various knights of... God damn. Try to get through it, but... Thank you, my lady. As always, it is an honor to serve. Princess Erica, before you leave, please take this sword. We pray for your swift and safe return. I appreciate your gift. I swear I will not allow your valor to be wasted. So is the righteousness of our justice fills our hearts. How can we lose? May I ask you watch over my dear uncle? You have our word, my lady, in the twin names of justice and order. Got a light brand. Jesus, what the fuck is a light brand? Now we have chapter 20. I have no idea what any of this means. Okay. Oh, okay. Some ruins. Black Temple. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to save. And we're going to call it a stream. I would love to play longer, but sleep is a thing. I was sleepy when I tired. When I started, sorry. That goes to show you. So, let's call it right here. We were successful. We lost nobody because chapter 19 did not happen the first round. And now we're into chapter 20 where we are going to have to obviously get some supplies and figure out what comes next. You know, because we were warned about, hey, check your supplies before continuing on by Larch. So there's something to be said for that. Either way, like, comment, subscribe. As always, ladies and gentlemen, the stream went on way longer than I intended. But it is what it is. We'll see you guys back here next time. Have a good one. And hopefully stream number 8 is the final. If not, it'll be stream number 9. So, have a good one. Sayonara.